Alrighty, everybody. Don't mind the fact that it's nighttime and I'm wearing pajamas. I get these videos done whenever I get the chance. So I got this dog here, this German Shepherd. Come here, Banks. This dog's name is Banks. And Banks showed up and he had some anxiety issues and some kind of odd fear-based stuff. Which, obviously you can kind of tell by his demeanor. That's one of the issues right there, is jumping. You can tell by his demeanor that he's a lot more confident. And I'm sure his owner's going to notice that he acts significantly different. I'm not sure how he acted at home, but to me, just even today, he has completely made a turnaround. He's like a different dog. It's like I went to the shelter and picked up a different German Shepherd is what it's like. It's nuts how different he is. But we're going to kind of show off a little bit of obedience with him. Like I said, he had some issues with fear stuff, and he's super smart. So I taught him pretty much everything that he's going to show off right here in like 3 days or whatever. And he was really, really bad at it. He knew the command, but he would get to the point to where, like, I don't know if he really wanted to please me or what the deal was, but he would act like he was going to do it, and then he just trot off. And then I'd go and I'd hold him accountable. I'd just go get him and we'd try again, and he would get freaked out and he'd start shaking, and it was just a bad deal. He just he was just uncomfortable with the situation. But he's a lot better now. So I'm going to kind of run through some obedience stuff with him. We've been doing some confidence exercises here and there, and I think that's helped a little bit. And then also I got him on a schedule. He's on an eating schedule. He's on a going to the bathroom schedule, a kennel time schedule. So he spends a certain amount of time a day in the kennel and out of the kennel. So everything with him is on a schedule, just like the other dogs, just like I always do. And I think that in combination with some of this other stuff that I work on, I think that really, really helped him. So we're going to start this. Sit. Good dog. I'll do it down. Down. No, he doesn't like down. Down. Banks. Hey, down. There you go. Kind of had to help him out there with some leash pressure. Down. Gotta make sure he commits to it. He didn't go all the way down. Down. Down, buddy. Good boy. No. Down. Okay. Go ahead. You're so smart. We'll do a recall. We already saw the recall. Banks. Come here. Banks, come here. Good boy. Yeah. Do a stay. Stay. Banks. Good dog. Get over here. He almost passed me up. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. I'm looking around here to see if I can find a toy. I'm not seeing one. I must have picked them all up, but he really likes tug toys. We found that out today. Today's the first day that I ever got this dog to play. Like, that's how bad he was. And I know this dog used to play. Like, whenever she dropped him off, she talked about how he loved to play fetch and all that. But I never saw any of that till today. Well, I'll have to get a video out at some point of him playing. It's pretty cool. He's a cool dog. Now that I actually know him, I didn't really know him before because he's just acting all scared, you know? And whenever they're acting all scared like that and anxious, you don't know the dog. Like, you can't bond with the dog. You can't figure anything out about them besides the fact that they're nervous and they don't like the situation, whatever it may be. But now I'm starting to get out his personality and all that. Come here, Banks. Good boy. Good dog. Sit. Even that recall, he didn't sit. Sit. I expected you to sit. I just kept talking. Good boy. I'm going to hold this leash because he's not real good at holding that sit, so I'm going to correct him if he gets up. But yeah, just like I said with that recall, he used to even after he started finally kind of getting good at it, he would still pass me up. He'd come walking up to me, and then he'd be like, and then he'd just kind of skirt off. He'd just kind of get half scared. It's like, sit. It's like he'd get to me, and then he would go back into that habit of being afraid. No, sit. Good dog. And a lot of dogs that have been allowed to be in that state of mind, and a lot of times it's been reinforced because the owner, when the dog gets scared, he's standing up, whatever. When the dog gets scared, the owner would be like, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay," and all that's praise to a dog. A dog isn't a person, so you can't comfort him by being, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay." That's not gonna work. It's a dog, so petting and all that's praise to a dog. Sit. And so when he's acting all scared like that, if you pet him while he's doing that, you're just going to reinforce it. And then all you're doing is saying this fear is validated. It's okay. You're allowed to be afraid. Even whenever he's being afraid of something just as simple as doing a command like sit or whatever. There's certain things. There's certain things in this world that a dog should be afraid of, but there's other things that they should not be afraid of, like listening to your owner. You shouldn't be afraid to do that. Being around a person, you shouldn't be afraid to do that. When he showed up, he would get nervous around, and this might have just been being in a different place that he doesn't recognize, but he would hear one little sound. Just some random sound, like it could be anything. It could be a bird flying around or something outside, and he'd jump and get scared. What are you doing? See that he's loving all. See, I wish I would have had a video of him hating me. That way, you guys could see the change in his behavior. So now, I mean, at least the owner's gonna know because she saw it firsthand how he acted around me. And then she knows how he acted at home and stuff. And I'm sure he was a little bit more confident at home. But she said that he had some anxiety stuff at home. I'm not sure how bad the fear was, if there was any at home. But I know that I had fear with him here. And I also had anxiety, which she mentioned that there was anxiety and stuff. And also, one thing I noticed with him is he tends to overthink things. Like, you'll tell him to do something, and he'll be thinking a million steps ahead. Like, we were doing down, I think, one day, and I called him to me, and before I even sat down, he would go into a down, and then he'd bounce back up and go into a set, and then he'd run away, and then he'd come back. He was just thinking ahead. Like, I don't know if I'm not sure what was going on in his mind, but he was just thinking way too much about something that he really did not need to think about hardly at all. But yeah, he's a lot better. Come here, Banks. Good dog. Here he comes. Yep, got distracted. Banks! Get over here. Get over here. Huh? Yeah, you're a good boy. Yeah. Yeah. One thing you guys noticed him jumping, we're finally getting to the point where he will actually jump on me, and I can finally get to where I can kind of start fixing that behavior, because before he was just so afraid of me that I couldn't get him to jump on me, and so I couldn't fix the behavior if he's not doing the behavior. Now, I mean, look at him. Look at him. He's play biting me and all that stuff. He acts like, I don't even know, because yesterday he acted like he was afraid of me, and today something just clicked in his mind. I'm not even, that's one thing about these fearful dogs that I don't understand. There's just something in my process that I do that one day it'll just click for him, and I don't even know exactly what it is that I do. Something about my process, it's gotta be, I don't even know, it's gotta be the schedule, got the discipline, the accountability, the obedience, I just said schedule. The structure, I guess. I don't know. something in my process of dog training whips him into shape. I couldn't tell you exactly what the science is behind it, but somehow it works. I've got a pretty good success rate at fixing these fearful dogs. So I guess it doesn't really matter that I don't understand exactly what it is that I'm doing that's fixing these dogs that are like this. But so far, I'm having great luck at it. I know that sounds like bragging, but it's the truth. Yeah. And I don't understand it. I wish I did understand it. That way I could explain it. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you little turd. You can't be jumping. You can't be jumping. Yeah. And you might be wondering why I'm encouraging this behavior. Eventually, I'm gonna correct this, but right now I'm encouraging it because this is, like, I just started seeing this stuff today, and I don't want to start correcting him because I know he used to be kind of nervous around me and afraid for whatever reason. Yeah. So right now I'm gonna encourage it because I want him to like me. I want him to be friends with me. Because at first he wasn't he didn't want to be my friend at all, and now he wants to be my friend. So I'm like, it's one of those deals. It's like, how long should I wait until I start correcting this? Because I don't want to correct him too early on, just because I don't want him to be like, oh, this guy's back to being an asshole. Or whatever. Yeah. 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 You're a good boy. Yeah. Or back to him thinking I was an asshole. I haven't really had to be an asshole to this dog. He's been a pretty simple dog to train. Aside from, like, the fear issues and stuff, that part has been an obstacle. But, I don't know, I think he just, that's just kind of how I felt that he felt about me in the beginning. I felt like he felt like I was an asshole for making him do things that he was uncomfortable doing. But, yeah, that's why I'm just kind of hesitant about correcting him for wanting to come over here and romp around and play with me and be my buddy. Yeah. I don't know. I'd say now we're friends and I can start kind of probably correcting him a little bit here and there, just slowly kind of ease into it. Kind of teach him that, we can be buddies, we can play, whatever, but there's a limit, there's got to be rules and boundaries and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Boy. Oh. Anyway, I'm just kind of rambling here. I'll get off here and get back to playing with him. And I got another dog that I'm going to mess with tonight that I got to work with a little bit on jumping and some anxiety stuff and some general craziness. Yeah. All right. I'll see y'all later.